you saw Will Wade's press conference after his basketball game today. Any thoughts on his answer?
Yeah, I texted somebody immediately, and I said, so I was texting them just saying what's up, telling them I love them, whatever. And I was like, do you think Will Wade's coming back? And they said, absolutely, I do. And I'm not going to give too many details, but all I'm going to say is recently this person interacted and saw Will Wade.
Okay.
And so that tells me enough. And this was like, I'm talking about a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I don't think that would be said unless there was some feeling that maybe he really wanted to come back. I'm even wearing the same bracelet as him today. Like I was like, I saw him in the press conference with the Forever 44 bracelet on. So I said, you know what, I'm going to throw it on just in case,
Right.
But I think he did exactly what Will Wade's different than Lane Kiffin. So let me preface it that way.
Yeah.
He's going to try and do it the right way. He's just that type of person, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I think that outside of his legal stuff that he got into at LSU, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he is a genuine good person. He's going to go out the right way. He's going to set that program up for success. If he does leave, if he doesn't leave, then everything that he said today was valid, right? I'm setting this program up for the future. I'm recruiting the players. I'm getting the players ready. I talk to my assistant coaches and the AD and this and that and whatever every day. But there's a love outside of just basketball here, right? There's a love for Faye. There's a love for Wayne. There's a love for our family specifically, and the memory that he had for him. I mean, I don't know if they still have Wade's locker paned in glass in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been there in a long time, and I'd have to ask Skylar. But like he did that. He honored that. So it's more than basketball to him. And I don't know if that keeps him away or if that brings him back. But for me, I want Will Wade back. I don't give a shit what nobody says.
Of course.
Outside of John, like, dude, I want Will Wade, period. Go ahead. What were you saying, Chip?
I think people are so like stuck in their ways. People are like, oh, he's not coming back. This is what he said to try to prove their point. Do y'all remember Nick Saban, what he said? like it's like this has been done a gazillion times and we still act like they're
Well, I know the reporters have to ask the question, but at some point the question's worthless because you're not getting a real answer. You're getting the standard non-answer answer. And
I'm the coach of this team. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no opening at LSU right now. How many times have you heard that before?
Oh,
the other job's not even open. Why are we talking about this?
He's not coming. Like, were you born yesterday?
Dude, NC State fans are so fucking annoying.
Oh God, they are. And that's the part you nailed that a lot of people don't understand is that Will Wade's deep love for Louisiana and LSU. And I've heard him tell stories, and I've heard him secondhand, about how he just, like, he walks in Tiger Stadium and he sees a Saturday night in Tiger Stadium and he just wants the PMAC to be that same way. Like, that's all he wants. And he just fell in love with the place. And then he fell in love with Lake Charles because it revitalized his career. And so he's told people in Lake Charles that he hopes to be back in the future. So.
Well, I take what outside of one thing, I take as facts for the most part when it comes to that. So when y'all, like, we've talked, right? Like, you guys have been around, Zombie, you've been around, like, y'all know more stuff than I at almost 30 will ever know. And so, like, we have to respect those who've been around LSU for a long time, and y'all are three of those who have been, three who provide a lot of stuff to LSU, give a lot to LSU, love LSU, have been around it, played and been around it, right? So, like, people just need to show some more damn respect. That's what they need to do.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, our fathers were season ticket holders since we were 0. So before we were born. When I take the offense to when people when they question my fanhood. I am a big baseball fan. I'm just not a baseball first guy, which I like to call them. I think they're nuts. And they act like they're better than everybody. They've probably been fans of LSU since 2015.
They want to abolish the basketball program.
Yes.
But they don't even understand that would actually hurt the baseball program because the basketball program actually generates revenue and gives money essentially to the baseball program, and that if the basketball program succeeded at a high level, that just means more money for every other sport. Like Kim Mulkey has said it. She said it last year. She said we need the men's basketball program to be better because it helps the rest of us. When they're only making $2 million a year in that sport because we're terrible. But
worst it's ever been.